back at it. This process is really going strong and fast, and I have a ton of things to cover in this video. At the end of the video, my husband will be administering the Delestrogen injection. So if that's the only reason why you're watching this video, go ahead and skip to the very end to watch me go through my first Delestrogen injection for this cycle, and enjoy watching me be in pain. It's really not that bad. But in this video, I'm gonna be going over what happened at my ultrasound today. This really cool surrogacy planner that was mailed to me. I'm gonna go over it a little bit. It's super awesome. And then some things that I have been learning about the process of things that can kind of help. They're called old wives' tale, but you know what? If it works, and it has been working for surrogates, and I'm definitely gonna try them out this time because I didn't last time and the transfer wasn't successful. So if there's anything more that I can do, I will definitely do it. I don't care about superstitions or whatever. I'm usually not a superstitious person, but you know what? It didn't work for me last time. So definitely gonna be trying something new this time. This morning was a rough start. I was 40 minutes late to my appointment, which was such a bummer, but so I tried calling the office and they weren't picking up to let them know that I was gonna be late. But when I arrived, I told the doctor I was so sorry that traffic was terrible. I left 45 minutes before just for that reason, and it wasn't enough. I was in traffic for about an hour and a half. I was very frustrated because I'm a very on-time kind of person, but you can only do so much. And it was really cool because the doctor, the first thing he looked at me and said, "Are you okay?" And I said, "Yeah." And he's like, "Well, that's all that matters. So you're here now, we'll take care of you." And I was in and out within 10 minutes, so I did like 4 hours of driving today for a 10-minute appointment. So I was pretty frustrated today, but it was good news all around, so that it really made it worth it. So my period it started on Friday, so today is Thursday, so that's great. It's right on schedule. So now my uterine lining is shed, and so the doctor did the ultrasound and he saw that my ovaries are quiet, the lining is thin, and there's no cysts on my ovaries, and his words were, "All right, it's time to rock and roll." So now the process is to thicken the lining, and that is what what I'm going to be doing at the end of this video is a Delestrogen injection, and that's to thicken the lining over these next 3 weeks before the transfer. The injection is going to go, and quoting off from the paper, on the upper quadrant of your buttocks. So I call them butt shots. People call them hip shots, lower part of the body shots, you know, whatever you like to call them. I call them butt shots. And then I was in such a rush to get home that I forgot to ask the nurse to draw her hearts that she usually draws, one on each side for exactly where the shot needs to go. But I have this paper of, you know, and it marks exactly where it goes. So I'll just have my husband, and I'm sure him and I can figure out exactly where it goes, and we'll draw our own hearts. The Delestrogen is every Monday and Thursday, so that's twice a week. And then my next ultrasound is next Wednesday, so it's 6 days from now. And then I believe on that ultrasound they're gonna take a look at the lining, and then that's when I start the progesterone. But they don't tell you that, you know, they just give you a paper with detailed instructions of what you do every day, the medications you take, so you're not overwhelmed. And then to continue the Lupron, the prenatal, the baby aspirin. And then I also just got off the phone with them because they took blood work too, just one tube, and they check your hormone level. So my hormone level is good, so nothing needs to be changed or adjusted, and I just follow the medication protocol until 6 days from now, my next appointment. There are some old wives' tales about a couple of things that I'm going to show you that I went to Target today and I got, because like I said last time, I'm in these surrogate groups for like March transfer, or February March transfer, and so like last time, the last transfer, it was last August, and I kept seeing these women post about pomegranate juice and pineapple juice, and I'm like, what? And I just kind of ignored it. I just thought, you know, you're on medications, like, you know, that should be enough. Well, the transfer didn't work for me, so they probably know something that I don't know. These women have been on, you know, multiple surrogate journeys, So I listened this time, and I took down my stubborn wall, and I'm like, if there's anything that I can do to help, like, let's do this. So the first one is pomegranate juice, and so there's a ton of different things. You know, it needs to be pure pomegranate juice. Don't mix it with blueberries. You know, just all these specifications. So this is 100% pomegranate juice. So you're supposed to be drinking 8 ounces of this every day, and this is to thicken the lining of your uterus. The other one is, and it also, I have my notes written down here, it boosts fertility. So even if you're not a surrogate and you're trying to make a baby, which I know a couple of people who are, definitely start drinking 8 ounces of pomegranate juice a day. The next one is pineapple juice. And so the pineapple juice also, let's see, what does it do? It also helps with the lining, and more importantly, after the transfer, you're supposed to cut up the core of the pineapple into 5 sections, and you're supposed to either eat or chew one section 5 days after the transfer. And there's something in the core, I don't know if I'm saying this right, bromelain or bromelain. Definitely gonna be doing that too. And the other one is green socks. And so the primary color that is lucky for surrogates is green, but also yellow also, but mostly green. And because when you have the transfer done, you know, they want to keep your feet warm, so they usually give you socks there, but if you have your own socks, that's even better. And so last time, again, I didn't do this. I am definitely on board with the luck because I really want this. Of course, every surrogate intended parent wants the first transfer to be successful. So this is the Delestrogen, and we're going to be doing 0.4. So we are going to be withdrawing the medicine with an 18 gauge needle. So we twist this on. That looks really intimidating, but we're only withdrawing it. So we're gonna push it back to the 4 and insert it. Oh. And we're gonna push up on that one. Did you see that thing? Alright, then I'm gonna put the cap on, twist it off, and then you're gonna go to your 22 gauge, which is still ginormous, but not as ginormous. And then you're gonna put this, wipe it on your butt, your upper quadrant of your buttocks, and then Corey's going to
administer the Delestrogen. We are going to be putting it at this heart right here. We are gonna stab the dragon. But first you have to practice. Kind of like the stabbing motion. You can't just jab it. You have to. Ready? Boom. Ready? Boom. Ready? Boom. All right. I cleaned it with alcohol first, and I got my Band-Aid ready.
Are you ready? No, I'm not ready.
She's not ready yet, but she will be. I just need to practice my.
I'm so nervous.
Okay, you ready?
No.
You ready?
No. Stop saying are you ready? It's making me less ready.
Actually, it's starting to hurt my wrist now.
Oh yeah, poor you.
Cramp. Ready?
No. Oh my gosh, I can't do this.
Oh, and when you stab, you want to slowly get a little pull. I mean, if you see blood, don't go any further. And then, but if you don't see blood, you just slowly put it in.
And if you do see blood, you have to redo it, re-stick it.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
Re-stab it.
I'm not a doctor. I'm just a stabber.
Stop it! You're making me nervous.
Okay, ready. You ready?
No.
Okay.
Hold on. Okay.
Band-Aid nurse.
Is it bleeding? Oh, okay. I see it.
She takes the needle.
Ugh.
I apply the Band-Aid to the boo-boo.
You kiss. You kiss. Give me a kiss. Aww.
Ow.
Ow. No, it actually really didn't hurt. It's all in, like, it's all in the, built up in the mind. Especially seeing him do this wasn't helping. But no, it's really not that bad. Now that I went through it again, I'm shaking because I was so nervous. But no, it's not bad. Thank you for viewing. I hope you enjoyed watching me get stabbed in the buttocks. Thanks to Corey for helping. I could not do that myself. Those of you who do it yourself, you're amazing because I could not do that.